Hello, everyone, and welcome to another insightful conversation. In today's fast changing corporate landscape, career paths are rarely linear. Professionals are constantly learning, adapting, and sometimes completely reinventing themselves. For many women, this journey involves navigating multiple roles, challenging expectations, and finding the courage to take new directions. Today, we explore the theme Pivot with Purpose, Reinventing Yourself in a Changing Corporate Landscape. Joining me for this conversation is Nisha Bihani, a quintessential self made woman who beautifully balances multiple roles as a mother, daughter, wife, and entrepreneur. Born and brought up in Bangalore, Nisha pursued her education at Sophia School and Mount Carmel College. She is a seasoned HR professional with over 18 years of core HR experience and currently serves as the partner at Ubika Advisory, where she provides strategic and tactical HR solutions to corporates. She is also the proprietor of Seek to Serve, a curated gifting solution enterprise born out of passion. Thank you so much for being here with us, Nisha.
Thank you.
Okay, Nisha, my very first question to you. Many women today are reshaping their professional journeys while balancing multiple roles and expectations. In your experience, what are the biggest factors prompting this shift towards reinvention in the corporate world?
So I think the whole definition of success has changed a bit. It is evolving in a different direction. Today, women are not only worried about the designation, the tenure, and things like that. They are, prioritizing growth, their self-growth, their overall well-being. So I think that has a lot of things to do with it. And because, like you said, they are multitasking, so many things. They're caregivers for their parents, for their children, etc. So they are looking out for opportunities, which is the hybrid mode. I mean, thanks to COVID, we got the opportunity to work hybrid. So a lot of women are taking it into their advantage and, trying to work that way because they have so many things to manage. And also, I think with this, this education in a digital platform, they are able to scale up. They don't need to go to class. They don't need to go, outside of their home. So they are able to scale up in this digital world. So I think that is, quite a big factor.
Okay. Nisha, for many female professionals, deciding to pivot in their career can be both exciting as well as daunting. What signals can help someone recognize that it's the right time to take that step?
So sometimes I think women feel a little stuck in the kind of work they're doing, where they feel there's not much growth or they are not motivated enough. So I think those are a few reasons where they want to change, or even certain priorities, personal goals, etc. So maybe those are probably some of the reasons that they are looking out for a change. Upskilling, or even like today they have mentors in their company. So the mentors are also asking, probably giving them a little guidance to change their role. So I think that those are some of the factors. And I think if they have to just be confident. Of course, there will be a lot of hiccups, but if they are confident of themselves, I don't think, that is any issue for them.
Okay. Nisha, in your experience, when did you feel like, or tell me about the moments in your career wherein you took that step to, improve yourself or kind of, bring in more opportunities for yourself. What were those moments? Can you throw some light around it?
So to tell you a little about myself, I started off as a merchandiser, nothing to do with HR. I was working for a garment company as a merchandiser, and then I moved to Bombay after I got married. And at that point of time, getting an opportunity over there was a little difficult for me because I was managing home. We were living alone, so it was a little difficult for me to do like a 9:30 to 6:30, 6 days a week. And at that point of time in a garment company, it was 6 days a week. And then I got an opportunity to work in HR as a recruiter, and which I'd never done before, but I learned on the job, and that really helped me. And I was enjoying meeting new people. I was also pretty young at that point of time, and then obviously you're meeting people who are in a similar space as you. They're starting off their career, so it was really nice to meet such people. And then unfortunately we had to move back to Bangalore, and at that point of time there were a lot of things happening at home, and I decided to work in a school. So again, completely different from what I was doing. So I worked in a school. I was teaching in a school for 5 years. I just loved it. It was really nice working with the children over there. And at that point of time, I had both my children. And then I was ready to, start a full-time job again. So, but again, so if you can see, my career has gone in different parts. Now, yes, after that, I've completely moved into HR, and I love the role that I play. And I use a lot of previous experiences, which I use in my work right now. Yeah. So am I giving you the right answer?
Yes, Nisha, you are. Another question, Nisha, like if you just took us through your professional journey and it's not linear, you have explored various spaces, various fields, various roles, right? I can connect with you in that aspect because I have also jumped into many spaces, explored things, because for me it's like things have to be exciting. If it gets very monotonous, I cannot survive, so I keep shifting. But one of the challenges that I'm facing, and I'm sure many women who would want to explore other opportunities or roles would also be facing, is that your career is not linear. You're not confined to a particular field or a role, so taking chances can come with its own constraints, but then you have been through it. So if you have a couple of suggestions that you can give it to us, what would that be, Nisha?
I think just be true to yourself and be confident, because yes, every time I took on a role, it was something that I didn't think I would do it. Yes, merchandising was something that when I was in college, I was very, very keen on doing, working for a garment company, being a merchandiser. So I did a few courses that would help me in my career as a merchandiser. But as life went on, I had to make a few changes. So HR, honestly, at that point of time, I didn't know what HR was, because when I was working in a garment company, we didn't have an HR team. It was largely working with the tailors and things like that. And the office was very small. We were a very small office. We were just 5 people. So we didn't need an HR team. So when I got into the HR line, I was very, very nervous because I'd never done this before, right? I didn't know what it meant. And I was interviewing people and their careers were in my hand, because, obviously only if they pass a particular interview or a test can we move them on to the next level. So it was a little, I was a little nervous at that point of time, but I think I was a little confident. I had good mentors who trained me, and you will make mistakes. It's not that once you start, you're going to just, be head on and do the right thing. I started off actually just going through CVs. In fact, my first assignment was recruiting for a cabin crew. Yeah, and we had to go to Delhi and we were recruiting for cabin crew. And there must have been about 4 positions open. We got 1,000 plus CVs. And my first assignment was actually just scanning through those CVs, checking the photographs, checking their education, stuff like that. So in fact, the first 15 days was just doing that, which was only looking at CVs and choosing it. But yeah, that helped me, see what are the points that we need to look at, because today, yes, they give us certain criteria. So it was easy for me to read, because I went through so many of them. By the end of it, I knew what I was looking for. Initially, it was a little tough, but then I by the end of it, you know what you're looking for.
Yes.
And then I slowly moved into doing interviews, which I did with my mentors. And then they gradually guided me to do it on my own. So I think just being confident of yourself and knowing that you can do it. And yes, you will make mistakes on the way, but it's okay. You need to learn from your mistakes, and just make sure you don't repeat those again. I mean, even now, after so many years of experience, there are times when you don't know something. It's not so much of making a mistake, but you don't know something. There are so many things that have changed. You are not aware of those things. So there's no harm in asking for help, telling somebody to guide you how to do it. There's always scope for improvement. So I think those are some of the factors that you should keep in mind.
Right, Nisha. Nisha, for many young women stepping into the corporate world today, what advice would you offer about building a career that's both adaptable as well as purpose-driven?
So I think one is the younger women need to be a little patient. I have seen that because I do a lot of interviews. So I do meet a lot of young candidates who are very, very eager to grow. But sometimes they want to grow much faster than the actual pace. Like today, we are seeing a lot of the younger generation skipping jobs much faster than we did.
Yes.
At our time, I think it was stability was a very, very big factor. And the longer you're in the company, the better it is. It's not like that anymore. Things have changed. Now the mindset is, if you're that long in the company, why haven't you moved and why hasn't somebody else accepted you? That means, you're not growing. Mindset has changed a bit. But again, having said that, the younger generation thinks working in a company for 1.5 years or 2 years is good enough, which I personally feel is not, because you take about 6 months to 8 months to actually settle in the company and understand how the company works, and and to grow. They need to give themselves a little more time in a particular company and not jump jobs so much, because I think their priority is the more you jump, the higher salary you get. But I think, unfortunately, at that point of time, they're not learning so much. Their learning path is a little slow, because they're not, they don't know what is happening. They're just jumping from one job to the other. So I think they need to be a little patient with themselves and be a little, I think stability is something that they need to all accept.
Yeah. And Nisha, you have been in the HR space for a very long time. And tell us, how has this space or field or the role of a HR changed with the advent of AI?
So one advantage is today, even in the HR role, sometimes if you don't know things, you can go to AI to just cross-check. Today, because there are so many policies that are there in the company, and all companies need to. It was not like that earlier. HR was slightly simpler, but now it's not, because you even have your employees who are aware of the labor laws and are ready to go to court if you do something wrong. So AI does help you where you need to check something. It's easier for you to check. And today, yes, it also probably helps, a new, like if you have like a junior HR, sometimes they are not very subtle in their words. Like they want to say something, how you think it comes out on paper. You need to be a little more diplomatic when you're sending emails and stuff like that. So AI has helped a lot of the HR executives frame their words and frame their questions in a more diplomatic manner. So it doesn't sound rude. Sometimes they don't realize that when they type it down, it sounds a little rude. So this has helped a lot of the team be a little more careful about their words. And like I said, a lot of questions. And today, you also get to know, like today, if somebody else has faced a similar situation, you get to know how they've handled it. So it's easier. You don't really need to go asking people about how to handle a situation, because no situation is the same. And there are times you still come across situations which you've probably never seen in your whatever 15 to 20 years. Every time there's something which is different. So it does help a little. But again, having said that, everything is not AI. We have to be, being in HR, you have to learn how to balance things. Your tone of talking, those are not some things that you will learn from AI. You have to learn how to balance it. You are the middleman between the management and the team. And you have to learn how to balance the situation and probably make sure it doesn't escalate.
That's right. Nisha, again, a question to you, because you would have, interviewed many candidates, and you would assess each and every move of theirs when they, right from when they apply for a role until they are recruited. So tell us, what is the major difference that you see between males and females in terms of their confidence, or can you identify a few areas where women, though you know that they are confident, they know things, they have that expertise, but still they would not come forward? Have you seen this? If you can pinpoint on a few areas where, we women do not want to own up our space.
So yes, there. Again, actually, to tell you very frankly, the loyalty that you get with women in a company is much more than what you get from men. Not that it's not there in women, but the loyalty is a little more in women. When they actually come to a company, they are coming there to build their future and for the company's success, and they are coming with the mindset to be there for a couple of years. They are not coming in with the mindset to just leave in 1 year or 2 years like that. But yes, a lot of women, especially women who are either not married, they are worried about telling us that they're going to get married in a couple of years, because they feel that, we will not take them because they will take a long leave during their wedding, or when they get married, they will they'll be expecting in a couple of years, so then they'll have to take a maternity leave. So a lot of women are a little scared to tell you things like that, but that has changed, because today, with the laws over here and with the acceptance of everybody, you don't mind. In fact, you want a kick-ass woman, to go out into the market and do her job, and if she's really good, those things are manageable. You don't mind giving them that 1 month off, or that their maternity leave of 6 months, because women can do it, and women multitask much better than men. Today, we've had women who are expecting and who are working till the 8th month. Generally, as per the labor law, they need to take off 3 months before the baby and 3 months after. But most of the women want to work till the end, so they get the 6 months after their child is born. And they are working brilliantly. It's not that they have an issue or things like that. And yes, and companies are accepting it today. They want to take, they need a little rest. You do, allow them to work from home or stuff like that, or don't give them a task which is going to have where they're going to face a problem. So companies are doing that. So, but that is something women, I have noticed that a lot of them don't tell you that they are engaged, or a lot of them don't tell you they're married, because they're worried that we'll think that they're going to move out of the city or things like that. But that does happen quite a bit. Yeah.
Nisha, what about negotiations? How good are we when it comes to negotiation, be it in terms of the salary, be it in terms of the promotion that they're expecting? Are they more open now compared to earlier?
Yeah. They're more aggressive. And most of them do not shy away to say that they deserve as much as a man does, or forget that. I think most of them are not here to compare themselves to men. They are just more worried about their own personal growth. And most of them, when they come to you for a salary negotiation or a promotion, they are only talking about themselves. We do see people who are comparing them to their co-worker who says, he's at the same position and he's getting much more, or things like that. But today we also see a lot of women who are only focused on what they are doing.
It's a wonderful shift, right?
Yeah, it is. It's slow. It's not all of them are like that. It is slow because a lot of them are worried, but it is there. They are. So today, in the company that I am working right now, we have women who are the CEO or the other VP, and they have men reporting into them. And I don't see a man giving them attitude just because they are women. Again, you do have a few sector who think that, oh, just because she's a woman, you can't talk to her. You can throw attitude at her. But again, we have a lot of them who are at a top position, and they're more worried about their own growth and their personal growth. So that is happening slowly, but it's happening.
Thank you so much for those thoughts and thoughtful insights, Nisha. Let's now quickly move to the rapid fire round. My very first question to you is, one word that defines a strong professional today.
Agility, adaptability.
Nice. A skill every woman professional should develop for the future.
I think being versatile.
Nice. A mindset that helps navigate career transitions.
Positive mindset.
Nice. One habit that has helped you stay adaptable in your career.
Continuous learning.
Nice. A piece of advice you would give your younger self starting out in the corporate world.
Be patient.
Okay. One myth about women in leadership that you would like to break.
So they think women are very political.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think. In fact, I do think there's a lot of politics among men.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So a lot of that's a myth.
Nice. A quality that helps professionals reinvent themselves successfully.
Accepting your past mistakes and learning from them.
Absolutely. That's very important, I think. One book, podcast, or resource that has influenced your thinking about growth or leadership.
So there is an army officer, Captain Yashika. She was an army officer in the Kargil War, and she is totally inspiring. I've seen her videos on Insta. We've had a live chat, like a conversation. She was there in an event which was organized by Fiki Flow. And so she was basically in the Kargil War when her husband was also at the border. She had a 2-year-old son and she was expecting a second child, and she was still very much about the war. So when she talks and when you hear her talk, it is totally inspiring.
Yes, I would want to go and watch her videos or her interviews. Do that.
Yes.
Nisha, one word that comes to your mind when you think of women supporting women.
Empowerment.
Your message to women who are hesitant about making a career pivot.
Just trust in yourself and just go for it. Even if you fail, you can always pick yourself up.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nisha, for sharing your thoughtful insights with us today. Your perspective on reinvention, resilience, and purposeful career transitions, shaped by your richer experience across HR leadership and entrepreneurship, as well as your commitment for family, are incredibly valuable, especially for professionals navigating change in today's dynamic workplace. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nisha.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Bye-bye.
Bye.